read a piece, no introduction. It's called The Laundromat Chronicles. In the Army and later in college, I sometimes felt as if I lived in a series of laundromats, one sad, ramshackle facility after the other. It was hard for me to picture a day in the far-off future when I'd have the luxury of owning my own place with my very own washer and dryer. Back in those days, once every 10 days or so for the better part of 6 years, I forced myself to make the dreaded trek to the nearest fluff and fold. You know, it wasn't like those TV commercials where a beautiful blonde in short shorts is sitting atop a giant washing machine, bare legs dangling, sorting through her black bras and pink panties, while she coyly asks the only male in the joint whether he prefers the gentle or the rough cycle. To the contrary, the seedy laundromats I frequented were all crowdy and noisy. In such dumps, the race to stake a claim on, say, the rare open dryer could be highly competitive, even violent. The women there were not typically supermodels, but more like former roller derby queens. All sharp elbows and powerful swinging hips. Once they set their beady eyes on an appliance, they showed no mercy to anyone foolish enough to get between them and their machines. Both then and now, I consider laundromats to be universes unto themselves. Sudsy laboratories with their own laws of physics, philosophy, economics, and chemistry. Even the dingiest places inspired profound questions while one waited for clothes to stop spinning, or for bath towels to emerge from a great metal drum, toasty warm and sweet with fabric softener. Do I have enough quarters? Is color safe bleach really safe? Where do all those lost socks go? Which dryer sheet makes me seem less gay, the lavender or the pine? And how old? Exactly how old are those Cheez-Its in the vending machine? I tried to make the most of my hours spent in the limbo between first walking through the creaky laundromat doors and the minutes when I hung my last shirt and folded my final, still slightly sodden pair of jeans. I tried to read a magazine or do my astronomy homework or write a poem or pass the time in some productive manner. Invariably, though, some quirky, forlorn customer would sense the future social worker in me and sidle up with a weak smile. Without my asking, or without any outward sign of encouragement, they would launch into here's my life story mode. So, for instance, in my laundromatic travels, I met a bearded man with schizophrenia who claimed he hunted warlocks at night with his bow and arrow. A breatharian who painstakingly explained to me the nutritional and spiritual benefits of subsisting solely on oxygen and orange peels, and a single mom who was trying to become a stand-up comic and used me as a guinea pig for her old jokes and rapid-fire delivery. Sample: what did the dumb blonde say when asked why she kept staring at the orange juice can? Silly, can't you see it says concentrate? Old joke, remember. Any wonder that I finally settled on psychology as my college major. Oh, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that one time I actually saved somebody's life in a laundromat. It happened like this. So, it was a Tuesday night in Boulder, Colorado, October. No snow yet, but a serious chill in the air. I ambled into the Splash and Sparkle, a seedy little spot whose only advantage was being within walking distance to my apartment. I came through the door with my pillowcase full of dirty clothes, slung over one shoulder, a box of detergent cradled under my arm. I won't say it felt like I was coming home, but everything about the place seemed familiar. The way my sneakers squelched walking across the sticky linoleum, the buzz of a dozen discordant conversations assaulting my ears, and the heady combined aromas of bleached fast food and toxic BO. I hadn't been there much more than 10 minutes when she made her approach. Trust me when I describe her, not unkindly, just accurately, as the missing link between an anorexic soccer mom and a dedicated meth head. Her hair was thin and mouse brown, her eyes cloudy, and she was severely dentally challenged. My heart went out to her even as she made a slouching beeline for the plastic seat next to mine. She sat down and flashed a ragged smile. "I'm Angie," she said. "Hey," I replied. Empathy and paranoia competed for dominance in my brain. Paranoia usually wins those battles. I introduced myself with a fake name. Predictably enough, Angie turned out to be a sad little soul. She had troubles, she confided, troubles with men, troubles with money, troubles with her family, troubles with you name it. She reported that for most of her life she felt like an outcast. Lately, she added, she'd been feeling very depressed. No, wait, make that hopeless. In fact, why not just say the word? Suicidal. Oh, hey, listen, I stammered. At that stage of my young life, I was a pretty good listener and peer counselor, but I knew right away that Angie's problems were way out of my depth. Then I noticed something. She'd come into the laundromat empty-handed. Aren't you doing laundry, I asked? She stared at me with those dull eyes. No, she said in a flat voice. I came in here to kill myself. I didn't pause to ask her if she had a plan or why she was choosing to draw her last breath within the squalid walls of the Slash and Sparkle. Instead, I just blurted, "You can't do that." Angie narrowed her eyes. "You trying to tell me what to do? Do me a favor, mind your own business. Ever since I was a kid, people have been trying to run my life. This is my choice, damn it. It's my life and..." "No, wait. I'm not trying to tell you what to do," I interrupted. "It's just against the rules." "What are you talking about?" "Killing yourself. It's not allowed in here." I pointed to a grouping of signs on the far wall. One said, "Don't overload the machines." Another one read, "Remove clothes promptly." Still another politely requested, "Please empty the lint tray after each use." And the last one said, "No dyeing or tinting on premises." She stared intently at that last sign. Slowly, the skin around her eyes crinkled, her mouth twisted into a small, cynical grin. "Against the rules, huh?" I shrugged. "Yeah, there's a sign and everything." Angie nodded and turned away. Who knows what she was feeling? Then she stood and faced me again. "Thanks for listening," she said simply. "So you're not going to kill yourself?" "Well, not tonight anyway," she said brightly. She blew out a long breath and nodded to herself. She held up her palm and gave a little goodbye wave. "Take care of yourself," she said, "and listen, no overloading those machines, you hear?" Too late, I told her. I'm well on my way to a life of crime. She permitted herself a strange smile, revealing a row of brown stumps and one prominent snaggletooth. "Yeah, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya," I whispered to myself as she left, hoping she was sincere about not killing herself that night, or the next night, or all the nights to follow. I'm grateful that I don't need to go to laundromats anymore, and I'm not so nostalgic that I feel any urge to visit one for old lang syne's sake. Look, I'm a wannabe writer now, and I need all the time I can to get to work on my new book. On my new book ideas. In fact, one of those is called Wash, Rinse, Spin, Repeat. Everything I know I learned at laundromats. I think there's a market for it, don't you? I think the new age crowd might love it. Plus, think of all the potential for merchandising. T-shirts, posters, a fee-based life coach blog, maybe calling it Airing Your Dirty Laundry. Maybe a movie deal. And then the talk show circuit, Ellen and Wendy and Ricky, all calling me up to gush about my book and to treat me like I was the world's greatest stain remover. Over the phone, one might ask breathlessly, "Is there any chance you might have a sequel in the works?" "I don't know, Oprah," I'll say lazily. "That's a thought. Give me a few days. I'll get back to you." And that's it. Thanks. Yay.